Welcome in guys to where I recap every single NFL since 2023 season. We are in the AFC West with the reigning, defending, and first time ever back-to-back Super Bowl champions, the Kansas City Chiefs. They actually did it, went back-to-back. We talked about teams before going back-to-back. Rams didn't go back-to-back in 2021, 2022. Neither did the Buccaneers, but the Kansas City Chiefs did it. They went back-to-back. They weren't the best team this year, let's be honest. They wasn't the best. Some of the games they was looking at mid in some of the games, but it's not. Sometimes when you're a championship winning team, if you've got the right head coach and the right quarterback, it's about the in-game management, not just on the field but off the field as well. And that was a big thing here. They were 11-6 in the regular season. They won the AFC West. In the draft, they got Felix Andrew Azoma, defensive end, Rashid Rice, wide receiver. They got Wayne Norris, offensive tackle, and B.J. Thompson, defensive end, and Nick Jones, linebacker or cornerback. The additions that they brought in, they got Richie James, wide receiver, Jamar Sawyer, tight end, and Byron Court, defensive tight end, defensive tackle. They have passing yards of 6 out of 32, rushing yards 19th out of 32. Mahomes had 4,153 passing yards. So he had a really good year. Another MVP performance by him as well. He was a Super Bowl MVP again. Points for 15th out of 32. Points against them 2nd out of 32. Then you look at the free agents that they had. The free agents they had Iru Smith, tight end. Dean Beans. They have 22 million in cap space, so again they've got a lot of they got 22 million in cap space, so they got quite a lot of cap space. They have a Hall of Fame worthy quarterback, so if you don't really worry about quarterback position, they've got that fixed for a number of years still. They have a Hall of Famer in Andy Reid, no question about that. Andy Reid is one day going to go into the Football Hall of Fame. He's a legend. He's proven it multiple times, and you know the new dynasty now is the Kansas City Chiefs. Again, it's time for the Bengals have got to get their shit together. The 49ers got to get their shit together. The Ravens, the Eagles, and all these other teams, the Lions as well. They've got to get their shit together to try to conquer this dynasty of the Chiefs. Because if I look at it going into 2024, these are the favorites again going in again. Big free agents that you're going to lose though in this draft. In this free agency is going to be Chris Jones. Is Chris Jones going to be staying with the Chiefs? He's 29. He's going to be 30 this year. I know he wants a shit ton of money. He's a Hall of Famer himself, defensive tackle. But if you have Nick Bolton as well, do you really need Chris Jones? I mean, again, are you going to really give him that much money for a 30-year-old who again has won 3 Super Bowl championships in the last number of years? Hall of Famer. Maybe it's time for him to move on and they can rebuild again. I mean, people say a couple years ago, oh, look at Tyreek Hill, look at Byron Pringle, and all these other guys, and Byron Leftwich, not Byron Leftwich, you had Eric Bieniemy who left last season. They still won the championship. They went back-to-back. Eric Bieniemy was the offensive coordinator, and they still went back-to-back. So, again, this is the example for the NFL. When you have a head coach who knows what the fuck he's doing, you have a quarterback that is the guy, and you've got the team around him, and then you also have the GM who ultimately knows what he's doing in the draft and free agency and the cap space, and they have 22 million in cap space, so they've got a bit of cap space to really move around. So yeah, and that is my recap.